Welcome to Conversation 11. In this conversation, we have a lady speaking to two of her friends. She says, "Hi sisters." Gerete Adelphi. Sisters. Adelphi. Adelphi. Hi sisters. Gerete Adelphi. Gerete. Gerete Adelphi. How are you? Pos egete. Pos egete. Hi sisters, how are you? Gerete Adelphi. Pos egete. They respond, "Hi sister." Gere Adelphi. Adelphi. Sister. Adelphi. Hi sister. Gere Adelphi. Notice Adelphi. Adelphi. Sister. Adelphi. Sisters. Adelphi. Hi sister. Gere Adelphi. We are well, and you? Esmen kalos, kesi? Esmen kalos, kesi? Hi sister, we are well, and you? Gere Adelphi, esmen kalos, kesi? She replies, "I am well, thanks." Imi kalos, evcharisto. Imi kalos, evcharisto. She says, "I saw your mothers outside church." I saw, idon, idon. I saw, idon, your mothers. Tas meteras himon. Tas meteras himon. I saw your mothers. Idon tas meteras himon. Idon tas meteras himon. Outside the church. Exo tes ecclesias. Outside. Exo. Exo. The church. Tes ecclesias. Tes ecclesias. Outside the church. Exo tes ecclesias. I saw your mothers, idon tas meteras himon, outside the church. Exo tes ecclesias. I saw your mothers outside the church. Idon tas meteras himon, exo tes ecclesias. They ask, "Did you see their husbands outside the church?" Did you see, ides, ides. I saw, idon. You saw, ides. Did you see, ides? Their husbands. Tas andras avton. Tas andras avton. Their husbands. Tas andras avton. Did you see their husbands? Ides tas andras avton. Ides tas andras avton. Did you see their husbands? Ides tas andras avton. Outside the church. Exo tes ecclesias. Exo tes ecclesias. Did you see their husbands outside the church? Ides tas andras avton exo tes ecclesias. She answers, "I did not see their husbands." Uk idon tas andras avton. Uk idon tas andras avton. I did not see their husbands. Uk idon tas andras avton. But your brothers were here. Your brothers, hi adelphi himon. Hi adelphi himon. But your brothers, hi de adelphi himon. Were here. Esan hode. Yeah. Hode. Yeah. Hode. They were yeah. Esan hode. But your brothers were yeah. Hide adelphihimon esan hode. Hide adelphihimon esan hode. I did not see their husbands. Uk idon tas andras avton. But your brothers were yeah. Hide adelphihimon esan hode. They restate. You saw our mothers and our brothers outside the church. You saw, ides, our mothers, tas meteras hemon, and our brothers, ke tous adelphus. Because we've already had the pronoun our, hemon, Greek doesn't need to repeat the pronoun with brothers. It will be understood that the hemon applies to mothers and brothers. Thus, our mothers and our brothers, tas meteras hemon ke tous adelphus. Tas meteras hemon ke tous adelphus. Outside the church. Exotes ecclesias. You saw our mothers and our brothers outside the church. Ides tas meteras hemon ke tous adelphus exotes ecclesias. Ides tas meteras hemon ke tous adelphus exotes ecclesias. She says, we spoke about faith, hope, and love. We spoke, ipomen. Ipomen. We spoke about faith. Ipomen peripisteos. Peripisteos. About faith. Peripisteos. We spoke about faith. Ipomen peripisteos. Hope. Elpidos. Elpidos. And love. Ke agapes. Ke agapes. We spoke about faith, hope, and love. Ipomen peripisteos elpidos ke agapes. Ipomen peripisteos elpidos ke agapes. They ask, who spoke about faith and hope? Who spoke? Tines ipon. Ipon. Notice we spoke, ipomen. They spoke, ipon. Who spoke? Tines ipon. Tines ipon. Who spoke about faith and hope? Tines ipon peripisteos ke elpidos. About faith and hope. Peripisteos ke elpidos. Who spoke about faith and hope? Tines ipon peripisteos ke elpidos. Tines ipon peripisteos ke elpidos. She says, I spoke to your mothers. I spoke, ipon. Ipon. I spoke to your mothers. Ipon prostas meteras himon. I spoke to your mothers. Ipon prostas meteras himon. Your mothers. Tas meteras himon. About our faith. Perites pisteos hemon. Perites pisteos hemon. Our faith. Pisteos hemon. About our faith and hope. Perites pisteos hemon ke elpidos. Perites pisteos hemon ke elpidos. I spoke to your mothers. Ipon prostas meteras himon. About our faith and hope. Perites pisteos hemon ke elpidos. Ipon prostas meteras himon. Perites pisteos hemon ke elpidos. They ask, did you speak about faith in the will of God? Did you speak about faith? Ipes peripisteos? Ipes peripisteos? Did you speak about faith? Ipes peripisteos? In the will of God. En to thelemati to theou. The will. To thelemati. In the will. En to thelemati. En to thelemati. In the will of God. En to thelemati to theou. Did you speak about faith? Ipes peripisteos? In the will of God. En to thelemati to theou. Did you speak about faith in the will of God? Ipes peripisteos en to thelemati to theou. She says, we spoke about our faith in the Word of God and our hope in the will of God. We spoke ipomen. Ipomen. We spoke about our faith. Ipomen perites pisteos hemon. Ipomen perites pisteos hemon. In the Word of God. En to logo to theou. We spoke about our faith in the Word of God. Ipomen perites pisteos hemon en to logo to theou. Ipomen perites pisteos hemon en to logo to theou. And our hope in the will of God. Ke tes elpidos hemon en to thelemati to theou. And our hope. Ke tes elpidos. In the will of God. En to thelemati to theou. And our hope in the will of God. Ke tes elpidos hemon en to thelemati to theou. We spoke about our faith in the Word of God. Ipomen perites pisteos hemon en to logo to theou. And our hope in the will of God. Ke tes elpidos hemon en to thelemati to theou. They say, we spoke to our Father about His grace. We spoke to our Father. Ipomen to patri hemon. To our Father. To patri hemon. We spoke to our Father. Ipomen to patri hemon. Ipomen to patri hemon. About His grace. Perites charitos avtu. Tes charitos. Perites charitos avtu. About His grace. Perites charitos avtu. We spoke to our Father. Ipomen to patri hemon. About His grace. Perites charitos avtu. We spoke to our Father about His grace. Ipomen to patri hemon perites charitos avtu. Ipomen to patri hemon perites charitos avtu. She says, your Father's grace is upon the church. Literally we will say, the grace of the Father of you, your Father's grace. Echaris tu patros himon. Echaris tu patros himon. Your Father's grace. Echaris tu patros himon. Is upon the church. Estin ep ecclesia. Echaris tu patros himon estin ep ecclesia. Your Father's grace is upon the church. Echaris tu patros himon estin ep ecclesia. Echaris tu patros himon estin ep ecclesia. They respond, we saw His grace upon the church. We saw, idomen. Idomen. We saw His grace. Idomen ten charita avtu. Idomen ten charita avtu. We saw His grace. Idomen ten charita avtu. Upon the church. Ep ecclesia. Ep ecclesia. We saw His grace upon the church. Idomen ten charita avtu ep ecclesia. Idomen ten charita avtu ep ecclesia. They add, His grace is here. Here, hode. Hode. He charis avtu estin hode. His grace is here. He charis avtu estin hode. We saw His grace upon the church. Idomen en charita avtu epeklesia. His grace is here. He charis avtu estin hode. She says, our Father's grace is our hope, and His will is our light. Our Father's grace, he charis tu patros hemon, he charis tu patros hemon, is our hope. Estin he elpis hemon, estin he elpis hemon. Our Father's grace is our hope. He charis tu patros hemon, estin he elpis hemon. He charis tu patros hemon, estin he elpis hemon. And His will is our light. And His will, ke tothelema avtu, is our light. Estin tophos hemon. The light, tophos. Our light, tophos hemon. And His will, ke tothelema avtu, is our light. Estin tophos hemon. Our Father's grace is our hope. He charis tu patros hemon, estin he elpis hemon. And His will is our light. Ke tothelema avtu estin tophos hemon. They say, through His grace, the church walks in the light. Through His grace, the acharitos avtu. The acharitos avtu. Through His grace, the acharitos avtu. The church walks in the light. It walks peripati. Peripati. The church walks peripati he ecclesia. Peripati he ecclesia. In the light. Entofoti. Entofoti. Through His grace, the acharitos avtu, the church walks in the light. Peripati he ecclesia entofoti. Through His grace, the church walks in the light. The acharitos avtu, peripati he ecclesia entofoti. She says, our fathers and mothers and brothers have seen the light. Hi pateres hemon, ke hi meteres, ke hi adelphi. Our fathers, hi pateres hemon, and mothers, ke hi meteres, and brothers, ke hi adelphi. Our fathers and mothers and brothers, hi pateres hemon, ke hi meteres, ke hi adelphi, have seen, they have seen, idon, idon, have seen the light, idon tophos, idon tophos. Our fathers and mothers and brothers have seen the light. Hi pateres hemon, ke hi meteres, ke hi adelphi, idon tophos. Our fathers and mothers and brothers have seen the light. Hi pateres hemon, ke hi meteres, ke hi adelphi, idon tophos. They respond, yeah, in the light of grace, the church has hope and faith. Yeah, hode, hode, in the light of grace, entofotites charitos, entofotites charitos. The church has, echi he ecclesia, echi he ecclesia, hope and faith, elpida ke pistin, elpida ke pistin. The church has hope and faith. Echi ecclesia elpida ke pistin. Here in the light of grace, hode entofotites charitos, the church has hope and faith. Echi he ecclesia elpida ke pistin. She says, my sisters, we have received grace. We too have faith and hope. My sisters, he adelphemu, he adelphemu, he adelphemu. We have received, elavomen, elavomen. We have received grace. Elavomen ten charita, elavomen ten charita. My sisters, we have received grace. He adelphemu, elavomen ten charita. He adelphemu, elavomen ten charita. We too have faith and hope. We too, kehemis, kehemis. We too, kehemis. Echomen ten pistin ke elpida. Echomen ten pistin ke elpida. We have faith and hope. Echomen ten pistin ke elpida. We too have faith and hope. Ke emis echomen ten pistin ke elpida. My sisters, we have received grace. Eldelphemu, elavomen ten charita. We too have faith and hope. Ke emis echomen ten pistin ke elpida. They say, indeed we have faith. Indeed, alethos, alethos. We have faith. Echomen pistin. Echomen pistin. Indeed we have faith. Alethos echomen pistin. Alethos echomen pistin. Goodbye, our sister. Eroso adelphehemon. Our sister. Adelphehemon. Goodbye, our sister. Eroso adelphehemon. Totelos. This is the end of Conversation 11.